Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Tings, and I'm your host, Boogie Down Bronx, and I am here to take care of the Taurus. Taurus, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you if you have Taurus as a sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. So, I honestly was supposed to do Taurus on like Saturday or Sunday, but I just was not feeling well this weekend, so I got Taurus. Then I have Libra will be after this, and then Capricorn. I don't usually plan out the signs, but usually for the last three, I kind of know what I'm going to do. So, Taurus, let's see what you guys need to surrender for the rest of February. Mercury just went retrograde, and if you see like things flying, I am burning something, some incense. But yeah, Mercury retrograde started, and it will be transiting in Pisces, so you know, whatever that means for everybody, it'll be different. Whoa. Okay, Taurus, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Let's see what you guys need to surrender. What does Taurus need to surrender for February, please? Here we go. Surrender stress. First card. What does Taurus, sun, moon, rising, and Venus need to surrender for February? You guys have had this card. I think you had it last month. Sorry, I kind of need to spray this because my hands are like slippery. Okay. So Taurus, the first card you have here is surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. All right, so Taurus, there's some extra stress that you're holding in your body. And so for some of you, you might need to like go to I'm hearing a yoga class, a dance class, a Zumba class, some type of exercise or fast-paced type of class so you can release stress, extra tension you've built up in your body. There's a lot of extra tension you're carrying in your shoulders, in your back, in your chest, in your stomach, and maybe even in your legs. All right, so surrender stress and surrender frustration is under that. And under that is obsessive thinking. So I'm feeling like there's just a lot of mental turmoil could be happening for you guys. Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. So for some of you, this extra stress is coming from you looking at what other people have going on and feeling like you're not doing enough, like you're not successful in your life, like there's more that you should be doing. And it's because you're looking at somebody else's lane or what they have going on. You're like, oh, wow, they're doing so much more than me. Like, why am I not there yet? Why am I whatever? But Spirit is saying, keep your eyes focused on yourself. No two people are alike. Everybody has strengths. Everybody has weaknesses. So maybe some things that you are excelling in, somebody else has a weak spot in that. But do your best not to get like envious of other people, like their strength. Do that and use that as motivation to, you know, continue what you have to do. All right. And I have this. This is, I think it's my blue calcite. Yeah, it's blue calcite. It's to open your throat chakra. My throat chakra has been really constricted. It's closed lately. So I'm using it to help open it up. And then you have surrender the idea that you can fix someone. So you guys have had this. It was either last month or the month before. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It is time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Accountable. All right, so since this message came out again, that means that you guys are still trying to fix someone, still trying to take on someone else's problems, take on someone else's challenges. And Spirit is saying, please let this person heal on their own. Let them handle it. They can do it. They're big boys, big girls. Okay. All right, Spirit. Let's do it. What's going on for Taurus? What's going on for Taurus, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, please, in the current moment? What's going on for Taurus, sun, moon, rising, and Venus in the current moment? What's going on for Taurus? I heard the word Noah. I don't know where that came from. Who is Noah? Is Noah significant? I've been hearing like more names in my readings. It's really weird. Maybe one of my clairs are opening up. But yeah, I've been getting certain names. but I don't know what they mean. Okay, so Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the current moment, please. What's going on for Taurus? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Oh, in the current moment. All right. Got the Tower in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So the first card to come out for you guys actually was the Emperor. The Emperor. So you could have Aries in your chart, be dealing with an Aries, but I feel like a lot of you guys are moving into this place where you're finally being able to take control, whether this is in your business, take control of your life, take control of some higher position. You could be getting promoted to something else because you also have the Queen of Wands and then you have the Queen of Swords here. So for some of you, this could be a business partnership that you're actually pursuing, or maybe you're breaking away from a business partnership, but not in like a bad way, just trying to move up in some type of position here. However, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. You're still battling with some type of inward anxiety, some type of conflict, something that you're suppressing. Why is the Nine of Swords in reverse here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Some of you are having car troubles. You have the Chariot in reverse, Cancer. Why is the Nine of Swords in reverse here for Taurus? What are they stressing about, anxious about? Why is the Nine of Swords here in reverse for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Could be a baby or a child. Why is the Nine of Swords here in reverse for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Ooh, yeah, it could be a baby. You got the Empress, like I just said. Let me see. Could be a mother as well you're worried about. Why is the Nine of Swords here in reverse? Tell me more for Taurus. So we got enough here. All right, Taurus. So the first thing that you could be worried about, one, is something in regards to a child. Some of you could just have gotten either, okay, so you have the Emperor and the Empress, divine masculine and divine feminine. So either one, you just could have gotten pregnant and you're kind of worried about how you're going to support your child, or just things about, just regular motherly worries. Okay, this could be that. It could be you are worried about your mother, or you could just be worried about your business. Something just blossomed when it came to a business, and so maybe you're worried about not having enough finances, things like that. For others of you, you're worried about, like I said, it could be the finance situation, Seven of Pentacles. You've been in this period of waiting to see what's going to happen, waiting for things to come to fruition. You set your intentions. Now you're just in this period of, okay, now I just have to just sit here, like there's nothing I can do. And so that kind of brings you anxiety. Maybe just sitting there feels like a loss of control with the Chariot in reverse, like there's no way for you to push forward in something. Now you also have the Eight of Cups. What's bringing you anxiety and worry? Some of you have completed something. You've reached a milestone in your life. Could have been, if you're like a Taurus moon or rising, whatever, you could have just had a birthday, and so you reached a major milestone, and so maybe there's something that you have to walk away from and leave behind, like, and this is kind of, bothers you because Taurus is a fixed sign, and they don't favor change as much as the mutable signs or the cardinal signs might. So there's something that you're ready to go to the next endeavor, or you've graduated from one thing and you're moving on to the other thing. And so, but still, this is kind of emotional for you, for some of you, but you have completed something with the World card in reverse. Something has come to a completion, and so you know that it's time to move to the next level. It's time to, grow, get uncomfortable, but it might be hard for you to emotionally move away from it. Six of Swords in reverse, or others of you might be a little bit worried when it comes to traveling. Something in regards to traveling. All right, one more card I want to clarify is the High Priestess here. The High Priestess, why is the High Priestess here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Why is the High Priestess here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Death card in reverse. Clarify the Death card in reverse, please. All right, so I feel like there's a relationship that is, it's either trying to end or it's trying to transform to something else. Like your intuition is telling you something about a relationship with the Death card in reverse. Could be with a Scorpio, a relationship that's trying to transform or change in some way, or this could even be end, but you're ignoring your intuition when it comes to this relationship. Okay, Four of Wands in reverse, a relationship that maybe either you're not the most content in, or there's more that you want out of this relationship with the Four of Wands in reverse, or it's not as stable, and maybe there's some type of lack of clarity or a conversation that you're not having, that you're avoiding. Ace of Wands in reverse, maybe the passion has kind of died down in this relationship, and so that worries you. That worries you. You don't know if the relationship is going to end altogether, or if it's ending, or is it ended already? Like, you're not sure. So that's the current energy of what's going on for Taurus, but there is some type of resistance to changing. All right, when it comes to the home environment, perhaps. All right, Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's going on for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the current moment, please? I mean, no, not in the current moment. For the rest of February. What's going on for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What's coming towards Taurus for the rest of February? Taurus. Taurus. Is it Taurus or Taurus? Does it matter? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the rest of February. What's going on for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising? Hey. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the rest of February. Death card in reverse. What is this? Oh. Hey, everybody's getting this Tower. So it's like the first half of the signs I didn't get the Tower at all. Now everybody else is getting this Tower. Oh, God. Okay, so let me see. Let me clarify, and then I want to clarify the Death card in reverse. What is this Tower moment for Taurus in regards to? What is this Tower moment in regards to for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Oh. What is this Tower moment in regards to? The Hermit almost came out. What is this Tower moment for Taurus? What is this Tower moment for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in regards to? And the Death card, please. Oh, wait a minute. The Death card. Tell me about the Death card in reverse. What is this resistance? What is this resistance for Taurus? What's trying to end or change? Tell me about that for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah. Okay. So Taurus, you have the World card again here, clarifying the Death card in reverse. So literally, Taurus, like, you've already gotten all that you can out of a certain situation, whether it's out of a certain relationship, out of a certain friend group, out of a job, out of something. And Spirit is saying, okay, you've completed this. It's done. It's come full circle. The cycle is complete. You can now move out of this, okay? You have to move out of this, whatever this is that has come to completion. All right, the Death card in reverse shows that you're not really ready to let it go yet, because you're like, maybe you know, like, okay, sure, I've done everything I can with the situation. You've learned the lesson. There's something that you have learned the lesson already. You've learned the lesson, all right? Temperance could be a Sagittarius, dealing with a Sagittarius, but Spirit is trying to take you on another path. You're being divinely guided to do something else, all right? So now, this Tower moment. This Tower moment is in regards to Six of Swords came out with this first. Six of Swords. So you could be having a Tower moment about something that you know that you suddenly have to, like, you know it's time to move on. You know it's time to move, whether this is physically, pack up your stuff and leave, move to another place, another city, another home, or you know that it's time to just move away from something or someone, okay? You have this Tower moment, or you suddenly know where you have to go. You have the Devil card. So suddenly you see where things have been toxic in a certain relationship or certain addictions that you have to something or someone. You're being awakened because of that. You suddenly see Queen of Wands in reverse, either where you've been putting too much energy and effort into other people, or just maybe you're jealous of other people, or where you've been sabotaging yourself, your own goals, where you've been burning yourself out too much. And then could be where you're overspending as well, where you're overspending with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, or have extremes in money. And then the Sun card in reverse, okay? With Leo energy there, where you haven't been the happiest in your life, or maybe even where you've been kind of depressed, okay? But you also have the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands here. Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands. So let me clarify that. Tell me about the Four of Wands for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Tell me about the Four of Wands for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Tell me about the Lovers in reverse. Okay. It's really weird. Okay, so Four of Wands, Taurus. Stability could be from choosing to step away. The Lovers in reverse with the Gemini maybe, or choosing to step back, or just choosing to slow down. That's where healing comes in, and that's where things can kind of grow and get more stable for you. All right, the Eight of Wands, once you kind of hold back communication, you hold back. Like I said in my other reading, Eight of Wands in reverse tends to come out a lot when Mercury goes retrograde, because this is the time when we're able to see more clearly what's not working in our relationships, instead of just ignoring those red flags. All right, for any kind of relationships we have in our lives, for some of them it's Ten of Cups in reverse, it's family. But when you step back, you're able to see, okay, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to leave somebody or break up with somebody, but when you step back, take a moment apart, or just separate, say we need to slow down so I can make sure I'm right, make sure this is right for me, etc. Could be with an Aquarius. That is where healing comes in, and spiritual guidance. You're able to see things more clearly. All right, Taurus, moving on. Doing a lot of talking today, probably because of my blue calcite. It's really interesting. Okay, advice for Taurus. Advice for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Advice for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I gotta say, the last three readings I did, besides Leo, Cancer, Aries, and Taurus, have been a little bit similar. Advice for Taurus, please. Yep, look at Aries right here, Emperor. Advice for Taurus, step into your masculine energy as far as taking action. Discipline. Advice for Taurus. Oh, my. Advice for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I have the Two of Cups on the bottom. Okay, so advice for Taurus. Now you have the Nine of Swords in reverse here again. So it's time to release your fears. There's a lot of swords here. Look at all these swords. Three of Swords reversed. Eight of Swords reversed. Two of Swords. Queen of Swords. All this mental conflict. All these, mental blockages here. But Taurus, yeah, Two of Swords. There's a decision that you need to make. And so when you do make this decision, if this is between two people or two, whatever, or multiple things, you can take your time in making this decision, but don't wait forever, and make sure that it's a decision that is fair, that is just, that you communicate clearly with this decision. All right, you got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. You're the third sign to get this as advice. And so with this card, either you have to figure out where you've been giving too much to other people, or where you can be more generous. All right, with the Emperor here and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. But I feel like you should step more into your courage. You have the Strength card here, Leo, and then now Emperor. So a lot of fire as well. But see where you've been lacking confidence, or where you can take action more in your life. Three of Swords in reverse. Finally letting go of resentment or something that is hurting you, and also pursuing a dream of some kind, following a dream. Okay, so that is the advice that you have here. But Emperor coming out twice, like in the early stages, means a lot. All right, so step into that masculine energy, and as far as taking action or leading the people. All right, so let's see what else we got for Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in February. What else do we have for Taurus? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for February. What else for Taurus? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in February. Oh, hello. Not the first card, Taurus. Separation. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Tell me more for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You got separation and engagement. Tell me about engagement for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Tell me about engagement for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, Taurus. You have unrequited love at the bottom of the deck. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So, I don't know what I was about to say. So, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. This is the first card to come out. So, like I said before, like just a few minutes ago, I do feel like there is a relationship that you are going to step back from. Now, not to say that this is, like I said, this could just be a temporary separation, or you just need some time alone to kind of figure out what you need to do. And, you know, the chemistry is still here. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So maybe, Taurus, you're feeling like, okay, I need to step back from this first. Or somebody else is like, I need to step back from this first just to make sure I'm good, make sure you're good, make sure we're good together before, you know, we're good separately before we can come together. This is going to call for you to have faith, okay? So something will come up in your relationships, your personal relationships, that does shake the foundation of the connection. Now, if you guys come back together stronger, that means that, you know, you guys were supposed to be together. But if you guys figure out, like, if there's just something irreversible that you can't come back from, that's to show you that maybe you guys are not the most compatible with the unrequited love card at the bottom. You're not the most compatible for a long-term relationship, okay? And so for some of you, after this separation, you guys come back together stronger than before. And, you know, you excel, you accelerate, things are good. But for others of you, you've been deceiving yourself about this connection, that you're happy in it, or that you're more compatible than you think you are. All right, and then you have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So if you've lost yourself in this connection, then it's time to come back to yourself outside of this connection, figure out who you are without this person, and take a step back to know if you guys are truly compatible in the long run. Okay? All right, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Final messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please, for February. Final messages for Taurus. Final messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for February. Just kidding. Okay, so you have not the right time and there's something better. These two popped out hand in hand. They said we're holding hands. Not the right time and there's something better. So Spirit is saying it's time to slow it all the way down, Taurus, and put it on pause. Some of you, it's just put it away. Throw it all away. All right, you have no. Spirit is over it. They're like, no. So there is something better for you, either than this relationship or this person. And it's not the right time to take things further with someone. It's time to step back. All right, it's time to step back. And forgiveness. So for some of you, you're in the process of trying to, for some of you, I'm hearing that you feel like you just wasted your time with this person. And you're like, oh, either all these years I can't get back, or all this time I spent and we're just not even compatible at the end of the day. Or, you know, all this time I invested in this person and they cheated, whatever the case may be. Spirit is saying that you have to forgive this situation, forgive this person, because it did help you to grow. It did help you to understand what you want in a partnership, what you don't want in a partnership. And so Spirit is saying that now you know that you can manifest what is right for you, what's better for you, whether it be with this person or not. But it's not the right time to take things to the next level right now, especially with Mercury going retrograde. You don't want to do that. All right, and then you have the situation will improve. So things will get better, whether it's outside of this connection or not. I do feel like things will get better once you can step back and see truly, like, okay, let me be real about this. Is this someone I can see myself with long term? For those of you who are dealing with someone, is this a connection that I need in my life? Is it benefiting me? Am I carrying all the weight in this relationship? Things of that nature. Okay, not just because you're comfortable with this person, not just because you've been friends with this person for X amount of years. All right, so that's what you got to look at, Taurus. All right, and if you can't fix them, can't fix them. All right, so that's all I have for you, Taurus. Like I said, next time will be Libra. I'm going to finish the rest of this on my Patreon. If this reading resonated for you, let me know down in the comments down below. I am at Tarotbybronx. I can't on everything.